Hello and welcome back to another video. In this video we will be looking at a couple drafts that I have made to make your decisions a lot easier. If you missed out on my initial thoughts and draft video, you could watch that later. This will be on screen at the end. And if you enjoyed this type of content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss a future upload. Moving into my first draft, let's start off with the essential players for any team in my opinion. These are the ones I believe should be in all of your FPL teams for Gameweek 17. Ward is basically the cheapest starting keeper out there, which makes it great for a second choice keeper. He had 6 clean sheets in the final 8 games before the break that took his point tally to 60 points. That ranks him the 6th highest amongst all keepers, even higher than Man City's Ederson. Next up is the highest point scorer in the game right now in Erling Haaland. His first season in the Prem has truly been outstanding after already having racked up 21 goal involvements up to now. He should be the number 1 choice of premium in any of your teams. For anyone who goes for the 3 forward draft, Andreas Pereira from Fulham should be in your midfield as a budget enabler. The Brazilian has picked up 61 points up to now and is in the top 20 midfielders for points this season. Almiron up next, and he has been outstanding for Newcastle in the past few months, picking up a player of the month in the running. From an FPL point of view, he has blanked only once in his last 8 game weeks, which took him to the highest point scoring midfielder in FPL up to now. Next up is Martinelli. For all of you who picked him up at 6 million at the start of the season, he has truly been of a lot of value up to now. The only thing that I would see putting me off him is his lack of game time in the World Cup, and the fact that Jesus, who has been quite the pillar in Arsenal's attacks, is now out injured. Do you think Martinelli will be able to keep up his form? Let me know in the comment section down below. Moving on to the premiums, I went for Salah and De Bruyne as my other 2 and thus dumped Kane. I will show another variation of the 3 premium draft later on with Kane in it, so stick around to see that. Both Salah and De Bruyne look quite good in their Carabao meeting, with the Egyptian getting a goal and the latter picking up 2 assists. Because it's a 3 premium draft, we have to look for a lot of budget enablers. I have already discussed one in Andreas Pereira, and I've gone for 2 more in Bueno and Patterson. Both of these are full-time starters for their respective teams when fit, and honestly, we won't be needing them for now as they will be the 2nd and 3rd choice substitutes. Iverson in goal for budget constraints, so unfortunately no rotating goalkeepers for this team. A very big miss in the team is Trippier. We couldn't fit him in because of the tight budget. Botman comes in at 1.5 million cheaper, but he will only be able to cover Trippier's defensive prowess. You will be missing out on the attacking returns. James up next, and he is one who is almost essential in my eyes. He has always been a brilliant asset when it comes to FPL, and this might be his redemption after being out for more than 2 months. He faces Bournemouth and Forest in his next 2, after which he goes straight into a double game week. A very promising opening few fixtures after the break. The only concern is the rotation, as we have seen both Loftus-Cheek and Azpilicueta being selected at right back with James out. Arsenal have the most clean sheets as of now and have the least expected goals conceded. It would be disastrous even thinking of starting off without an Arsenal defender in your side. I have gone for the cheapest semi-nailed option out of the lot in White. He might be in contention for the spot once Tomiyasu is fully fit, but he has played over 60 minutes in every single game for Arsenal this season. If you did watch the Carabao meeting between Man City and Liverpool, then you may have been put off of Núñez from Liverpool. He missed about 4 clear-cut chances and could have easily been the difference for the result going the other way. However, I see it as him getting those 4 chances, and that's the way you should be approaching FPL. Last season in the Portuguese league, Núñez ended up with 30 goal contributions but did also have 14 big chances missed. These are the ups and downs of every footballer, and that single game shouldn't be putting you off this cheaper Haaland. Lastly, to finish off the 11 is Martial. As spoken last video about United's opening 3 fixtures, it feels almost wrong not to include an attacking United option. Both Bruno and Rashford have had brilliant World Cup campaigns, and with Ronaldo now out of the club, Martial will be the first choice number 9 when fit. This is how the Salah, KDB and Haaland 3 premium draft sets up. As promised, here is another 3 premium draft, this time with Kane. There are only 3 changes with the previous draft. Rashford comes in for Salah, Kane comes in for Mitrovic, and Trippier comes in for Botman. Starting off with Rashford, I do prefer him to Martial because of his World Cup performances. He has already had 6 goal contributions and looks the most nailed in the United attack after Bruno. I personally will be having him in my squad. Another plus having Kane would be enough funds to afford Trippier. We all know how good of an FPL asset he has been this season. Newcastle's brilliant defensive show partnered up with his 5 goal contributions shows why he has risen the most in value since the start of the season. Lastly, Kane has been outstanding this season and is being overlooked by a lot of people due to the fear of missing out on the big midfielders. I do prefer removing Salah over De Bruyne for him, mainly due to the Liverpool-Man City game on Thursday. De Bruyne was the man of the match, assisting 2 goals while Salah got a tap-in after Nunez played him in. Another reason I fancy De Bruyne over the Egyptian is the 2 double game weeks that are coming from Man City. Having 3 options from the team would be almost essential during those 2 game weeks. If you do have more team value, you could do Iverson to Kepa, who I think may start over Mendy after his poor World Cup performance. These are the 2 versions of the premium draft. This isn't one that I would recommend, as I feel it does leave the rest of the players a lot weaker and without the luxury of rotating the players with better fixtures. I will be posting a 2 premium draft later on, which will be my final team selection, so watch out for that by hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you never miss a future upload. That's it for the video, thanks for watching. See you soon for the next one.